How's it going? So, um, I have been noticing there's quite a few people on some forums where they're getting younger and younger asking questions about kink and all that sort of stuff. And I like to ask people if they've been vetting them and asking questions. And they goes, oh, well, I don't feel it's my place because, I'm a submissive. And it's like, well, no, you really should ask lots and lots of questions because it is your safety, like mentally, physically, and emotionally, that can be at stake. And there's plenty of questions that you could ask, such as, what are your kinks? What are your limits? What are you into? What hours can I see you, like time wise, and make it a full on arrangement, depending, of course, on what you're looking for, and past partners, past play partners, past whatever. It seems a bit forward, and some submissives might think, oh no, they're not dominant if I'm asking them questions and they're answering them for me. That's not a dominant thing. And I'm like, well, yeah, it is because they're quite safe and confident in giving references. And you should give references. I mean, let me put it this way: if you're going out on a romantic relationship, wouldn't you try and check these people out? And it's the same with kink relationships, and same with doms and submissives. I mean, plenty of dominants and submissives I've given references to. I've had discussions with prospective dominants and submissives about other people, and I said, what morning, Shirley. And they said, what do you think about these people? And I said, well, what are you into? I've asked them questions, what are you into? What do you like doing? And someone says, oh, yeah, I'm full on masso. And I said, well, if you're really full on masso, then, this person will be good. However, you've got to take these X, Y, Z things into account. This is what they do, this is what they don't do. If you don't like it, let them know, be upfront and talk to them. This is how you kind of communicate with them, and just those sort of things. It's while not glowing references I tend to give. I said, look, if you're going to be, what capacity you're going to be with these people. If you're going to be with them on just a play partner, occasional sort of thing, then this is fine. If you want to do long term dynamic thing, then it might not suit you because of X, Y, Z. And I fully, I mean, younger and younger they're getting into it, but I'm not quite sure if it's really the hesitancy on asking for references and vetting is more of an experience thing, whether the more experienced you are, or if it's a confidence thing, or whether it's because people believe that as a submissive you shouldn't ask a dom anything. I'll tell you now, until you actually enter in a full-on dynamic, and even when you do, you can still ask questions and feel free to ask questions of your dom. Now, asking questions of your dom, in my point of view, means that you are curious, you want to further relationships, you want to please them, but it's not just all about them, but it's also trying to see if you're a good fit. I mean, testing things out. I mean, there's plenty of things that I even ask my owner after years and years about because I'm curious and I don't know. And, they don't tell me I'm stupid or anything. They just say, well, I'll explain to you and what's going on. Excuse me, burp. Um, so yeah. And there's some out there that goes, no, how dare you question me? I'm the dom. You just do what I say. And I'm like going, well, that's nice, but you know, as a dom, wouldn't you like to trust your submissive to ask you questions if they're unsure about something? I mean, if they don't know how you take your tea and they just make a tea the way they like it, but you don't like it, say like two sugars and milk, and you give it to them and they like black tea. If you don't ask, you don't know. And if you just say, just make me tea, and like, how dare you get this wrong? Just make me another cup of tea, and you don't tell them how you like your tea, then they're just going to be trying left, right, and center. Um, And some people say, oh, but they should be really observant, blah blah blah. And I'm like going, yes, but it depends. You know, some people will forget things. Some people make assumptions. Some people are more observant than others. You know, it depends on the people in the dynamic, where you're at, what stage in a relationship, and what you're doing or what you plan on doing. So, I mean, there's plenty of people I know who like really, really hardcore stuff, and some people says, "Oh, you know, I'm into this and that." I said, "Well, this person might not suit you because they're really into this." And they go, "Oh, but I just want to please them. I don't like it, but I want to please them." I said, "Yeah, that's not like to some extent that is good that there is a predicament there, but for others it's a bit of a dangerous territory because you'll be edging onto trauma, non-consent, and all sorts of other stuff. And it depends on why you want to keep doing that, even though it's something that you don't like or is a limit for you. So definitely vetting, ask questions, what they're into, what are their limits. It's part of all negotiation, aftercare, any previous play partners that you could talk to, good and bad, you know, because you want to find out, you know, how they handle a bad situation as well, how they handle a good situation. You know, I've said like, you know, I'm giving a kind of when I give references, I give it as a kind of yes, no, maybe, um, to do with their situation. But then I say, look, there have been some other issues. Just keep in mind these people they had bad relationships with, and these people they had good relationships with. By all means, talk to both sides because the truth is kind of somewhere in the middle, and there will be commonality, so you can weed the truth out. This is definitely a skill. Um, some people have a talent for vetting, but it's definitely a skill that I would encourage both sides of the slash to develop. No matter what age, no matter your life experience, just keep on doing it, keep vetting, keep checking them out. Having said that, there's a fine line between that and continually testing somebody in a relationship. That's entirely different. So that's enough for Friday, and it's Halloween tomorrow. In Australia, we don't always get so excited about Halloween. I think it's a pretty cool thing. It's not just American. I will point that out. It's actually every culture has its own Day of the Dead. This just seems to be more a specific date. Um, so I hope everybody has a good weekend and many spooky things happen to them and really messed up stuff. Consensually, of course. So keep calm, wear rubber. Bye. See you, Shirley. Hope you're having a good day.